Just poddin'. Do 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 do. Just poddin'. Do 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 do. Where a podcast is just a podcast. Where a podcast is just a podcast with Ashley, Tequila. We're just poddin'. Do 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 do. Yeah.
What up, everybody? It's your girl Ashley
and Tequila,
and we are Just Poddin'. Welcome back to another episode of the Just Poddin' Podcast, where a podcast is just a podcast. We are your hosts. This is episode, I think, 43?
Yep.
All right, yeah, we episode 43. And y'all know what it is. Go ahead and grab your headphones, your drinks. Just fine.
I got this Bud Light cup, but y'all, it's not no Bud Light in here. I don't drink beer.
Nope.
To the people that's watching.
Is it tequila again this week?
It is. Y'all, Charlotte got Patron again Tuesday. Well, they out again today, but they had it Tuesday. So, well, one liquor store had it, but that liquor store today does not have it. So,
has it been out in most of the liquor stores? Has it been out in most of the liquor stores?
It's been out for months in Charlotte, everywhere.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they be taxing up here anyway. Like, I don't understand how one bottle in Colombia costs $40 and then up here it costs $53.
Yeah, I was about to say, in Colombia it's definitely $40.
No.
So somebody definitely had to cash at me. It was like, get me the bottle of Patron, $40.
It's $53 up here, but if it was $60, I would have been buying it. So I guess they know what they're doing. But yeah, I'm just starting to feel like, I don't know, I be drinking way too much. I feel like I don't drink every day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even drink every other day, but people seem to think that I do, but I really don't, guys. I only drink liquor in my house by myself on podcast days. That's it. And it's just for the aesthetics, you know? I got to keep it up with y'all because I can't let y'all down. Y'all want me to drink?
Yes, we do want you to drink.
So, yeah, that's what I got going on. So how was your week thus far?
Horrible. So we can move on.
Well, I can talk about my week.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yes. So let's go to yours.
It ain't been the greatest, but it ain't been the worst. So I just be trying to take the positives out of each day and situation. Mm-hmm. And this week I have been working on trying to change my mindset and not like live in the negativity. So I think I've been doing okay. I think I've been doing good with that. So hopefully this can be a lifestyle change because this year really has been really tough for me. I'm not about to get into it, but it has not been a great year, guys. Like, no matter how many times y'all see me on Instagram or whatever, living it up, I have been happy in those moments. Yes. Like, I have happy moments, but as a whole, it's just been a lot going on.
Right.
A couple months, especially. It's been really a lot. I really thought it was the move that was stressing me out, but I've been here for almost 2 months at this point, and nothing has changed. So, yeah. So I'm just trying to take, the more positive route, even though, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? But okay. So today, do you have a topic? Oh, wait. It's supposed to be get it off my chest. I just got a few things to touch on, y'all. I was going to sugarcoat it and, like, tiptoe around it. Because I really be trying to think, like, what if we blow up and then they pulling up old shit? And you know what? I don't care.
Thank you.
Let's talk about it. Nicki Minaj. Let's talk about it. I don't have time.
Please give it to me.
Y'all, girl. She's getting on my nerves. Like, literally, we didn't have a podcast last week, so I didn't discuss what was going on with the COVID situation. I feel like Nicki does a lot of stuff that's wrong. And then she throws rocks and then hides her hands. Like, you give out this wrong information about a certain subject, and then you're like, oh, we can't ask questions. No, bitch. That's not what the fuck was going on. And you can ask questions all you want to, and we can also ask questions about why the hell are you so dumb? I mean,
I feel like Nicki just be jumping on a wave just to say something, and then she be so loud and boastful about it, and it's like, girl, you're wrong. And it's like, if you don't know the facts, and it's certain topics, like, don't talk about it. It's okay. Not all of us have to be informed or educated on everything. Sometimes the best answer is an I do not know, or I don't want to speak on a topic that I don't know about. Let me do some more research. There goes some answers for you, Nicki Minaj. There goes some answers for you. And this. Don't be putting out people's business. They might have not wanted their business out there in the street.
That part. First, before I get on her cousin's friend's testicles, I want to say, she keeps saying, like, she knows what she's doing. Like, you know what you're doing with your fan base. Like, you know these trigger words. You know all that. But my thing is, if you're saying you're still doing your research, which is fine, but how much more research do we need at this point? Like, I understand people before... earlier this year, even a few months ago, like, I need to do my research. But at this point, have you been doing any research at all? Because it's there. The research is there. If you don't want to get the vaccine, cool. If you do, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get on anybody about their decision, whether I think it's dumb or not. That's not my place. You want to do what you want to do. I want to do what I want to do. Cool. But don't sit here and say, oh, I'm still doing my research. What other research are you doing? And the cousin friend testicles, like, ma'am, first of all, Trinidad, them folk over there said it was no case like that. So either your cousin lying or you lying. Like, what is it? And it sounds like an STD, STI, whatever. Mm-hmm. Not COVID. Like, it's just
right. Let's not blame everything on COVID.
Then Tank want to post a website. Tank, I love Tank so much, but he want to post a website talking about he's staying with Nicki Minaj about these 66 cases where testicles were swollen because of COVID. But that website was not a valid website. And I could go on there and say, oh, my testicles swelled up because of COVID. I ain't got no testicles, but guess what? I could have still did that. These were not valid facts.
These are not real websites.
These are not cases that went to the hospital and they found out the cause was COVID. Nothing of that nature. Trinidad has already said they haven't had any cases. So something is wrong. Like, you know what you're doing. And then I don't like how every time somebody tells her she's dumb as fuck or wrong, she want to say, oh, I thought it was protect Black women. Oh, y'all coming at a Black woman. Now, I'm forgetting the CNN reporter's name, but yes, she did. She ran with the narrative. She did not say all the tweets. However, I believe Nicki was cleaning stuff up because she knew what she posted was dumb. So then she was trying to put a poll out and say, oh, I might have to get tested before my tour. Vaccinated before my tour, all this. It's like, you know what you're doing. And yes, they should have reported all the tweets and not taken one tweet and ran with it. But I looked at all the tweets. I still feel how I feel. Ignorant. You're dumb. And also, I believe that this was, she was doing all this to get the attention off of the open lawsuit that her and her husband has with this whole situation with the victim. And now the victim...
We haven't forgotten.
This week, yes, that was all last week. Now this week, also she said that the White House invited her. The White House people said, no, we did not. She also said that Twitter had locked her out. Twitter said, no, we did not. So at this point, I don't know. Why would she lie? Because you be lying.
You a liar.
Because you be lying. Tell me, why would I lie? Because you lie. Like, I don't like when people use that saying. Because you're lying. Because I could say, why would I lie? And could be perfectly lying. It's right in your face. You don't know. That line don't mean nothing. So now this week, the young lady, the woman has gone onto The Real. She is finally speaking out against Nicki Minaj's husband and Nicki Minaj. And I think that was all like a distraction to get away from the real issue at hand. And what I find so funny is, I do believe the victim.
Right.
I believe that Nicki Minaj's husband raped this young lady as a teenager. He went to jail. He served his time. And I think people are getting misconstrued because the Barbs are like, why they bringing it back up? That he done served his time. Da, da, da. First of all, rape is disgusting. Second of all, she is bringing it up because she's scared for her life and Nicki Minaj has threatened her to make this all go away, to change her story, all that. So in the present, she is receiving threats. That's what we're talking about. We're not necessarily talking about the case or what happened to her, but it's all a part of the discussion. So that's why she's bringing it up. But she's scared for her life because Nicki Minaj, she had a conversation with her, allegedly, saying that, you know, trying to pay her money. I believe it was $20,000, if I'm not mistaken, to change up her story, to do whatever. And the lady, now this might have been a few years ago. I don't know how recent this phone call was. I think it was a couple years ago. And don't quote me. Go look at the real interview, okay? So she then said she received threats that because she did not want to take the money, then they would use the money to put that on her head. So I guess Nicki Minaj and Mr. Petty allegedly have been making this woman's life a living hell. And the Barbs are like, she done switched up her story. Listen, if somebody with so much power and money has threatened your life, offered you money, you turned it down, why? She was scared for her life. So I don't understand, like, why back then y'all not understanding that she would lie because she was scared, and now she wants to come forth with the truth. Allegedly, there are some recordings that will come out. I guess we'll wait for that. But I do believe her as a victim. So
right,
it is what it is. I think Nicki Minaj's husband is disgusting. I don't know why she chose to marry him, have kids with him. Like, it's just a lot. Then I just realized somebody on Twitter was just like, why Nicki act like that's their only child together? Like, that's his only child. Apparently, he has 5 other children. I had no idea. I did not know he had 5 other children.
Yes. I mean, I didn't know that either, but okay.
I mean, it's just a lot, y'all. And then
at this point, Nicki, take your own advice. Go back to the backyard. Take Bear and go back to the backyard. That's where y'all need to stay.
Take your baby and go live your life,
sis. Precious baby, because baby ain't got nothing to do with it, and he is precious. He is precious can be Nicki. But you and that baby just need to go up. Leave Kim Petty where he at.
It's just to see somebody's legacy spiraling out of control, like for the past few years, it has been insane. And I was a Nicki fan before there were anything called Barbs. Okay, I'm talking MySpace days. I was a Nicki fan, and somewhere along the line a few years ago, something was lost in translation between me and a connection with her, and I just could not deal. I still was giving her a chance. I wanted her to succeed. I wanted her music to do good. I wanted her to rap again, which she did. And it just seems like it's just everything is downhill. I don't like her attitude. Like, I don't like how somebody I don't like when people do wrong or is in the wrong and then they play the victim. That really pisses me off. I hate when people play the victim. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. You need to take some damn accountability and move on. And if what this lady is saying is true, I think that is disgusting, and they need to lock your ass the fuck up, because that is crazy to me. So,
and honestly, Nicki doesn't have the best track record because she's always so angry. And listen, I'm the first person to stand on the side of a woman in power and in business, because I can understand, like, being a woman in the type of industry I am, that's a male-dominated industry. It is hard, but you don't have to speak to people the way Nicki speaks to people to be heard. And the fact that she feels like that's the only way people will take her seriously, or she can get her way in that business, is sad. Now, do I believe some people need to be cursed out because they probably have said some crazy things to Nicki? Absolutely. You cursed them out, but she's definitely in a position now that she doesn't have to continuously treat people the way she's treating people. And I have worked with people that have worked on sets with her and says it's been a living hell. A living hell.
Nice.
And they were like, that's a client that I would never want to work for again.
I don't know any personal stories or anything. I'm just going off what I see. And I've seen this kind of behavior coming from a mile away years ago. And I'm just done with it. Really quickly, also I want to touch on Karen Civil.
What Karen Civil do?
What she do, girl? She been in the news more than Nicki this week. So Karen Civil has revived. Y'all have not been on Clubhouse in months. But this weekend I was in Clubhouse for hours.
Hey, wait a minute.
Literally hours, y'all. And honestly, and it was Keita from the Crenshaw district. She started the room. I believe it was called something like Karen Civil is a fraud, whatever. She actually beat Elon Musk numbers previously of holding the biggest room in Clubhouse. She held it, and I was right there, y'all. I listened. I was on there for hours, like literally listening to everybody's story. So Karen Civil, what I will say about Karen Civil, nobody knows what she does for real. Like, everybody's like, who? What she do? What she do? Now, I know of Karen Civil for a very long time. This story has a lot of layers, and I'm not about to get into it, so this is about to be a brief overview, okay? Before the room started on Clubhouse, Jessie Woo, if you're not familiar with Jessie Woo, she's a singer. She was on Love and Hip Hop Miami. She's on Wild 'N Out. And she's a media personality, a social media personality. So I follow Jessie Woo. And she came out saying that Karen Civil sued her and she had lost the defamation part of the lawsuit. Karen Civil did, I believe. And so she was just coming out about how Karen Civil was a fraud and how she's a scammer and all of these things. Now, once you can look it up, go get the details because I'm not getting into all that. Now, once Jessie Woo told her story, Joyner Lucas commented and said that Karen Civil scammed him out of $60,000 about, I think it was 2015, 2016, something like that. He was speaking out again because he actually spoke out when Cameron, if y'all don't remember, Cameron a few years ago told y'all Karen Civil was an ain't shit scammer, and people said he was attacking Black women, so nobody believed him. But back to Joyner. So apparently she scammed $60,000 for him, saying that she was going to help him with his career. Once she was wired the money, she disappeared, did not do anything for him. And he thinks that she thought that he wasn't going to be anything, so it would have just been swept under the rug. But now Joyner is popping. He has a name. He has made a name for himself, and he is speaking out once again. So I knew all this was going on. And so then when I was on Twitter, I just happened to be scrolling. Somebody was like, they got this Karen Civil as a fraud room. Like, I was like, oh, let me go on over. Like, I ain't been on Club. I had to actually re-download it. So I was like, let me see what's going on. Baby, that room, we don't even have enough time to go through all the stuff that I came on. Now, Karen did get on there now. After some hours, she got on there. But I will say, let me say this before. So the room was started because Keita, who was Nipsey's, a Big U. Okay, so Big U was managing Nipsey. Mm-hmm. And Keita is Big U's niece. And she was an assistant for years. This is for years. So Keita and Big U was not on there, but she was speaking for him, were upset with Karen because when Nipsey Hussle died, Karen was at the forefront and taking all the credit basically and not giving the proper respect to his management. They weren't received. I don't think they received tickets for the funeral. Like, basically Karen Civil was trying to be all up in the mix when she had no business being in the mix because she wasn't really cool with Nipsey at the time, because she did used to, help out Nipsey, but he fired her at one point. And when he passed away, they were in a okay place, but it wasn't like she was with him every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Keita was upset about that. So that's why she started the room. The room grew. It had everybody in there. Like, it was a lot of people in there. Karen did come speak her piece.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the next day was part 2, and Keita was mad all over again because apparently Karen did not reach out like she said she was going to reach out. So it was a whole nother thing on day 2.
Oh, Lord.
Her also joined the room on day 1 and day 2 to tell his story. Karen Silver came in there and just, to me, she talked in a whole bunch of circles because Jessie Woo was in there on the first day. Jessie Woo came and spoke her story. They could not be on the stage together to talk because of legal reasons. So Jessie said her piece, and Karen said her piece, and then I believe Jessie got back up there. Joyner said his piece as well. Karen spoke about that. Now, when it got interesting, well, even more interesting, because really it was all interesting, is when Jason Lee got on the stage.
You gonna get a Jason?
And Jason said that he said that, because I remember when Hollywood Unlocked. I remember when Jason Lee lost Hollywood Unlocked. I do remember that vividly. It was for months. And he lost revenue. He was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month from that website. I mean, from the IG. I'm sorry. Did I say website? From his Instagram account. So it got taken down. And come to find out, Karen paid a hacker to get Jason's Lee page taken down. She actually admitted that on the Clubhouse stage. She was talking about it because he said, I had the phone call. They were talking to each other. And she said, yeah, you know what? I said, I own it. I did it. Okay, Karen, that's illegal, first of all. Like, hiring hackers to remove somebody's page is illegal. Hackers are illegal. I don't know.
Why would she do that on a public platform? Idiot.
She admitted it. So I also watched the Breakfast Club interview with Jason, and he was pissed because apparently he called her. They were friends, but she was mad that he was either posting something negative about Nicki or her. I believe it was for Karen, because if you don't know, Karen used to work for Nicki Minaj. I'm not sure if she still does, but she reaches out to blogs to post good things about them or get them to take stuff down, whatever. She's in the bed with a lot of these blogs because a lot of these blogs wouldn't even post about this until people started calling them out, and then they started posting it. But you could tell they're like leaning toward Karen's, whatever. Mm-hmm. So Jason and them, I don't know. Jason wants her locked up. Okay, he wants her to go. He's over it. He said he was waiting for his time. Now, this happened back in 2018. I'm sorry if all this is going over y'all's head. I do apologize if I'm all over the place, but just go and type in Karen Silver on Twitter and you get all the tea. Okay?
It's all here.
So she admitted to that. So people want her in jail at this point. And let me tell you something about Karen. I don't follow her. I never followed her. I would see her through the blogs or like see her around on different celebrities that I follow. But I always got a bad vibe. I never got like a good vibe from her. And I don't know her, of course. I probably will never know her. But if what these people are saying is true, that she's been scamming these people, also, I need to mention this. I'm sorry. This should have been at the forefront. A representative of a Haiti organization that is working to do great things in Haiti has also come forth and shared their story about how she scammed them and she only wants to do stuff when her name is in good light, but behind the scenes, she's not actually doing the work. There was a whole thread about that. Y'all can go look at that as well. Right. Other people in Haiti have said she has scammed them as well, or just lying about the work that she's actually done. So it's just a lot. And I just want to say that if you do bad business, it's going to come back to you, period. Like, it might take years. It might take who knows how long. But it's going to catch up to you.
Please believe. Y'all see that Jason Lee saying he held this information since 2018. Like, been holding it. So just think about if y'all are out here doing bad business. Somebody know. Somebody done told that somebody. And they're just waiting. They're just waiting till you get to a level to come back and take everything. And you deserve that to happen because y'all should not be out here doing no shiesty business.
Yeah. Like, people kept saying on the Clubhouse, like, people like, I don't even mention his name because it's not important. But people was just like, that's just the business. That's just music business. You got to take your L. No, the hell I don't. And I understand shady stuff goes down in the entertainment industry. Like, we know that happens, but that doesn't make it right.
Right.
Like,
Right.
oh, so we're supposed to just talk it up to like, oh, well, it just is what it is.
And just because it's like that's been something normal. I mean, people have always been trying to get over, especially over on Black people.
That's what I say. Slavery was normal to people. So we just supposed to say, okay.
Yeah.
No.
So don't settle for that. And that's why right now I'm glad that people, like, as far as the music industry goes, people are trying to buy back their, their royalties, and they're trying to be their own, as far as keeping all of their content, keeping all of their music for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not giving it all away to a company. So
yeah, I don't know. It was a mess. It wasn't
a straight up mess. And yeah, I mean, I feel like I've always heard things that, Karen has always been, she's more so like Tequila said, people always try to put her in like in a good light, but there's always been that little negativity running right up under her. And I'm just like, what she got going on?
Yeah, and she looks like
she's the type.
Like, she's with all these blogs and all these.
If a picture was next to Scammer Dictionary, her face would be next to it.
I guess. I mean, because everybody can't be lying. That's how I look at it.
Right.
And
$1,000.
Yeah. So that's it. I don't really want to get into. Congratulations to Cash Doll. She is pregnant. I just saw that before we started recording. So shout out to her. Wishing her a safe and healthy pregnancy for her and the baby. And the last point I just want to say is, Diddy, you done lost your motherfucking mind if you think JD can't be with you in a versus battle. And that's all I got to say. So, moving on. You have a topic for the day?
Girl, no.
Well, I have one. If you're watching this, I have out my natural hair. I have never worn my natural hair down. This is actually the first time ever in life. I usually have a puff or some kind of style. I took my braids out, started taking my braids out on Saturday. I did not finish until yesterday at 11:55 p.m. And it just reminded me of how the hairstylist game has changed since I was in high school or middle school even.
Mm-hmm.
Or even college, hell. Mm-hmm. I'm sick of y'all. I just want to say, like, I'm the type of person who will pay for convenience. Like, I have done my hair before, but I don't want to because it takes too long. So I will pay for convenience. However, you stylists have gotten out your goddamn minds, okay? I saw a post where they said, okay, so these rules, let me start with this. These rules are out of control. You already want me to come washed and blow dried. That is a problem for me. And I understand that's the standard now, so we do it. But why do I need to put heat on my hair to get a protective style? I'm not understanding. I didn't have to do that back in the day. Why y'all can't do it like they used to do it? Like, I'm just not understanding why my hair has to be straightened damn near.
I agree.
Crazy. Talking about the style won't lay right. Yes, lay right in 2006.
That is a valid point because, first of all, if it's a protective style, I'm already damaging my hair coming to you blowing the crap out. If y'all don't use y'all African roots and know how to grip that hair, baby, do it like it's my bidet, baby.
Do it like it's my VZ. Do it like it's my VZ, baby.
And get these roots. That's a valid point. Like, I be thinking about that every time. Like, why does my hair have to be straight in order for y'all to braid my hair?
I saw one rule that said it needed to be flat iron. Like, I said, okay, you're pushing it. I already don't want to blow dry it. Now the braids I had,
get a new job.
Now the braids I had, I didn't have to. It doesn't say that in the rules because it's an African braiding shop. Now the price is high. Now y'all done went up on y'all prices too, but the work is good. Okay, so that's one. And then about so I understand the late policy because people be playing with your times and you have other clients that are dependent on other clients being on time. So I completely understand that. However, are we gonna talk about when you 30 minutes late? And I got like we're not gonna talk about that. So I have to be on your time, but it doesn't matter how I feel if I'm waiting for you 30, 45 minutes. One of my biggest pet peeves is waiting on somebody. And if I'm ready to get my hair done and I got to start this 8-hour process, I need you to start at 1:00 when I said I was coming in.
When I clicked the time. Yes, I agree, Tequila, because I used to have a stylist, first of all, that used to like, okay, so of course you have to book, you booking online. So you're booking in a time frame. So if I'm getting my hair done, that means I'm booking this time because this is the time window that I have available. That means this is the time available that I can make it to wherever I got to get to go afterwards. So I need to make sure that you're doing my hair in the 6 hours that you said you could braid my hair or do my hair in the 6 hours.
Not on these people. This stylist on their rules. They say. It say, please do not book if you got something to do that day. I don't like to rush my work. So I'm your only client for the day for a 4-hour hairstyle? No, I'm not. If I'm supposed to be there from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., the latest is 1:00. I need to be walking out. Like,
and then be getting mad at you like, oh, I didn't know you had a job. You have a time frame. I booked within the time frame.
And then the quality of work is just not living up to all these rules and all these expectations and the prices. Now, I understand you need to charge
the product. I need a whole experience. Y'all already not washing my hair, so I ain't getting a full experience.
I don't even care about the experience. I just want my hair. This poor girl went on Instagram and said she paid like $300 for this frontal. Y'all, I could see the pricks. She did not bleach the knots. I said it looked like a fence or something. Like it looks crazy.
She paid probably an extra something for her to get the knots bleached.
She has lost
styles. Like y'all know as hairstylists, some stuff needs to be done.
Or you can't do it. And if you can't do it, say that.
Say that. If you can't do it, say that.
It's because all y'all trying to look for a come up. And you're trying to scam people. Don't get me on the people that's really not even doing hair, stealing pictures, and you scamming people for $15 deposit.
The people that be doing, this is what I asked for, and this is what I got.
This is Tequila.
But y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Y'all are messing up people's lives, and then y'all be acting like y'all don't want to give the people money back. First of all, you know when you start a braid or when you start a style, if it's gonna come out close to that picture or not.
And then they get mad at you because they messed up. Like,
money back.
How you got an attitude with me because you don't know how to do hair, and you told me you did. And now when I say something, it's my fault. No. And also, it's like, I understand you need to charge what you're worth. I do think Black people in general, do be trying to shortchange themselves on the work they do and how much they are worth and how much they charge. But you stylists, some of y'all stylists, you're charging $500 for knotless braids and it's looking like $80 styles. Stop it. Stop.
At this point, like, but it's not even just the braids to keep it. Like, I feel like I can't even go get like my hair flat iron if I ain't.
I can't even talk about that game because guess who don't do that no more? Tequila. Well, if you see my hair straight, I did it. If you see my hair dyed, I did it. I'm not doing all that BS because I can't. Like,
why is it $85? That's $85, and that's just the wash.
That's another thing. Yeah, my homegirl went to get
treatment. That's another $25.
You should have got braids. At this point, we complain about the braid price. Y'all, these prices is out of control. Perms to be
$25. $25 every 2 weeks to go get my hair nice.
Now, I remember that when I stopped getting relaxers. When I stopped getting relaxers, it was $45. But y'all know what that came with? A trim, the relaxer, and the style. Now you got to pay for everything. Don't let you want a little curl or something. Oh, that's the extra fee.
Y'all stylists don't want it. Y'all lazy. That's what it is. Y'all hairstylists are lazy.
They're not stylists. That's the problem. You teach yourself, and I respect the hustle. Teach yourself how to braid and all that. I understand to wash hair, you have to be licensed for that, and a lot of braiders are not licensed for that. So I don't mind washing my own hair if I'm going to get braids, but that blow drying shit is pissing me off. Okay, and so I understand that. Now, if I'm going to get a regular hairstyle and to my natural hair, or if I'm getting to somewhere, you need to wash my hair. Period. Like, I'm not understanding that.
Oh, absolutely. I wish I would go to somebody that's not washing my hair for so long. I ain't never. I know it's on there. I know it's on there. But
this is what really pissed me off. Earlier this week or last week, somebody posted these rules of a stylist. I don't have the young lady's name. I believe it was blocked out. I don't know what city it was. Mm-hmm. But it said, I do not do 4C hair. Now, let me tell you something.
Yeah, we got to go.
This is for braids now. This is for braids.
I knew
you have lost your fucking mind. Like, if you are a stylist out there and you're listening, and you need to be able to do any type of hair, any type of black hair, I will say, because I know them Caucasians' hair be slipping out. Okay, I understand. But 4C, what you trying to tell me because I have coarse hair?
Yeah, standard.
You trying to tell me because I have coarse hair, the type of hair that braiding is known for, that because you don't know how to do it, that I can't come in for? Y'all, it's wild. It is wild. I don't even have 4C hair, but I don't give a damn. Like, if I'm braiding hair, braids, y'all, and you trying to say you don't do 4C hair, you should be exterminated from the braid world, because why are you even doing hair at this time? Y'all have really lost your minds. And I get, like, people are upset that people require deposits. My braid lady don't require no deposit. I done told y'all, I done broke down and went to the Africans because they consistent, okay? I ain't got time. And Fatima, shout out to Fatima Hair Braiding. She done went viral before on TikTok and Instagram for her long braids. She high as hell. She high. I ain't gonna tell y'all. Y'all go look it up yourself. But she's consistent. She does good work, and I can keep my braids for a long time. And I don't have to blow dry my hair. However I come in there is how it's gonna get done. But you other people have lost your damn mind. And if you're listening, you need to change your ways. Now, what I was saying was, I do get the deposit thing with some people because y'all probably have been burned where people are wasting your time booking appointments and not showing up. So I get it. I don't have a problem paying a deposit. I really don't. Now, don't be trying to make your deposit half the style now. Have a little $20, $30 deposit and move on about your life. Like, I shouldn't be giving you no $200 deposit because you're out your fucking mind. Like, that's too much. But it's just too much. It's too many rules. Like, you can't bring nobody with you. If you're 5 minutes late, it's a $10 charge. If you're 10 minutes late, your appointment got to be rescheduled. 15 minutes late, they blocking you. You can't book with them again. Oh, but you coming 45 minutes late. Now what? Now what we doing? Can I get $50 off the style or what?
That be pissing me off too. I be wanting to be like, if y'all are late, what are y'all doing for me? Y'all knocking some of this price off?
I seen somebody talking about you can't be they ain't want you on the phone because it's affecting how they holding your head up or whatever. I'm like, bitch, you got to work with me.
Out of 10. Like, I have gone to like, that was my issue in Virginia, like trying to find a stylist. Like, I think it was only one lady I went to when I was up there, other than the Africans. Like the
Africans, and pause before I forget. Now, them Africans, sometimes they be taking your edges out, which my edges is right now, they're kind of scarce, but it's not Fatima's fault because she left my edges out. So that's why I like Fatima too, because they be like, no, let me leave these out. But my edges was already, it's another story. That's another podcast. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, like the Africans, I really stopped trying to go to Africans. They were just expensive and your girl was broke.
And they braid and tie.
broke back then, but they were consistent. And sometimes I didn't have 2 people in my head, so I was getting done quicker. So, but I had like the main lady, because the main lady, sometimes she gave me the other lady, and I didn't want the other lady.
Now,
The backside, she can do the back.
that is a risk going to a shop. But I will say, I done had Fatima, the owner. She's actually done my hair, and like along with somebody else. And I've actually had 2 people that wasn't the owner do my hair, and it's all been great. Like everybody in that shop is bomb. So I will
Well,
say
that's good. But I mean, she could do the back. I just didn't like when she did the front of my hair, because you know you'd be wanting them to do the fold under method. She didn't do the fold under method like the owner.
no, I don't. I have no idea what you're saying.
Like when you braid your hair in, like if you're getting colored hair, you don't want your black hair to show through. You want just it all to be the color hair.
Tucking. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was really my issue in Virginia with the Africans, but they were consistent and the price was just really just too high. But when I was trying to find other people, and then I would go to their shop, every time Tequila, they were late.
It's a problem.
Every single time. So I'm thinking I'm in the wrong place, because of course I get early, a 9 a.m. at 8 o'clock something appointment. You know what I'm saying? And I already say don't be
Then they
late.
got to come in and eat.
I'm calling. Where are you? No text, no nothing. Then about 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, on my way, I overslept or had to make a stop, had to pick something up. Ma'am.
Change your hours.
This is your job. You're your own boss. You can create your own hours, your own time. Like, you have the keys to the shop. You don't have to have this time here. You don't.
It's just upsetting me and my homegirls at this point. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I really am. And I did learn, we both did. We learned how to, put a little extension in our hair, put a little twist, put a little braid. But yeah, I pay for convenience. If you know me, you know I will pay for a grocery delivery. I will pay for a hair. I can do it myself, but what I be paying for is convenience. That's why I really be complaining about the price, but I will still pay it if the work is up to standard and it's up to par. But some of y'all work is not up to par, as we've stated. Some of y'all have way too many rules. For what? They're not making a difference. Like, I don't understand. And if you're going to make these time rules, then it needs to go both ways. Because, okay, so if I'm 15 minutes late, I can't, the appointment cancel. Okay, but if you're 30 minutes late, I need $50 off the style, period. I feel like that's only fair. If you can't do hair, if you can't braid, or if you're just beginning, that's what you need to say. That needs to be stated. Stop using other people's pictures. That's not your own. Now, I can get around them scammers. Like, I don't have them problems. But I be seeing people in these groups where they be getting scammed every day. Y'all got to do a little bit more research. If they don't take, like, if I see people on Facebook or whoever, they need to have a full-blown Instagram page with posts daily, weekly, whatever. It needs to be a lot of posts.
Where I can see the picture.
Yes, with their logo stamped on the picture. I don't play by that. But it's just, I don't know. It's just giving, and then the customer service is horrible. Let's not get into that.
Oh, I had one lady I called. So, what was I saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know the new lingo. So I'm just saying, I think I was just asking for some cornrows. So I think I was just saying cornrows. And she was like, what kind? And I was just like, cornrows. Like, I didn't know.
What style?
I didn't know. Yeah. I was just saying like cornrows. I didn't know that you had to say like feed-ins and.
Well, that might be a little bit of your fault, Ashley, because if somebody asks you what kind of style you, even with cornrows, like how many do you want to straight? Or did you say that? No.
I said cornrows like straight back, and she was just like,
"No, I didn't say that just now, Ashley. Don't be trying to change your story."
Okay, Nikki. She kept asking, so I was like cornrows straight back, but she was like, "Well, I didn't know," and I was just like.
I'm with the stylist, Ashley. She don't know. She's supposed to read.
But how am I supposed to know what a style is? I'm used to just saying cornrows. Like, I didn't know there were different styles for cornrows.
Actually, we grew up in the era in middle school and high school where cornrows came in all different styles. So what are you talking about right now?
Yes, but if you use it, but I've always just said if I'm getting cornrows, I just assume.
Yeah, I mean, you can get cornrows, but if I'm the hairstylist and somebody tell me they want cornrows, I'm like, okay, what kind? Like, how many you want? Straight back? Do you want a design? Do you want them small? Do you want them big? That's all she was saying. So where did the attitude come in? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
The attitude came in when she was just like, "What style?" And I couldn't understand, and I was like, "I'm not following."
How is that an attitude, Ashley? That's a question.
Yes, but it's how she said it was the tone in her question because she said it.
Were you texting or calling?
No, I was on the phone with her.
Oh, okay. I thought this was through text.
Yeah, I was on the phone with her, and she was just like, "What style? What style?" And I was like, "I'm not understanding what style means." And she was named. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, like, I just want some straight back cornrows."
That was a bad example for what I'm discussing. So I will say the customer service. What I have a problem with is when don't tell people to let y'all know if they like the style or not before they leave, and then you do their hair and they don't like it, and then you got a problem. Or if they leave and you got 10 braids, they got 10 braids on the floor in an hour by the time they get home, and they sending you pictures and all this. Now you making up excuse. Oh, you must have did something because my braids don't come out. My lace front don't lift up. Ma'am, it's been an hour. What could they have possibly done if they're driving home? Like, you need to
know too. Because I've had like experiences,
huh?
Like sometimes you have to know because you have to know how people braid and things. Like when I used to get micros, for instance,
you can't know. You can't know when you book it online. And at this point, the problem is done. Like there is a problem. So at this point, you need, as a stylist, you need to fix it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm talking as for. So I would asking certain questions. So I'd be like, "Do y'all braid all the way to the ends of people's hair?" Because
this braids and micros is two different. Because micros is they can fall out. That depends. But when you're getting knotless or box braids, it don't matter what they do. They're not supposed to come out.
But even with what's the things called? Well, if they're doing the crochets, you still want to ask if they're braiding like to the ends of the people's hair, because like some people
for crochet.
Yeah, because some people won't braid; they'll leave like half of your hair out. If you're getting
crochet, ain't your hair cornrow under? I'm confused.
So for some people will leave like so they will.
Or your hair, you can crochet to your hair like this though, if they know what they do.
Yeah, so if they're braiding down to the scalp. So let's say, but you're doing like the individual ones, they'll just braid like half of your hair, and then they'll just crochet, like put the other part around it. Like if you're doing like the dreadless ones, they'll braid the hair.
Are you talking about locks? What kind of crochet?
For locks or for like the regular braids. So they'll just braid just to braid like a little bit, just so they can put the crochet hair in.
But that can work. Like still, that wouldn't tell you. Like I've seen where people can do hair and they do it that way and it's fine. But either way, I don't care if I ask you and you tell me one way and whatever. My hair need to stay in my head because I don't care what your method is, as long as your method works. So, and then if it doesn't work, now we're here. Because now at this point, whether I ask you or not, we have a problem. And y'all need to fix people's hair or give them their money back. I'm tired of y'all going back and forth with these people trying to blame them when it's been an hour and they got 10 braids on the floor. It's a problem. Whether it was your method or you just don't know what the hell you're doing, it's your problem and you need to fix it. That's all I'm saying. I'm sick of y'all asses with this customer service as well. Also, what was I about to say? I done forgot.
The attitude.
No, I wasn't gonna really say. Well, I mean, yes, of course. That's in my customer service point. Y'all need to get some kind of like y'all stop.
You think it's because like a lot of people doing hair now are like young?
No.
You think it's been before?
Cause I done seen grown ass people get attitude. Like it don't have nothing to do with the age. Okay. To me. I don't think it got nothing to do with the age. But I mean, I'm sure some people are doing it because they're young, but I've seen older people get an attitude as well. And I feel like back in the day, the people was young. Like, the people that was braiding my hair in high school was the people that I went to high school with. Like, and I wasn't getting all this attitude. Like, so I'm just like, what is y'all problem? Now, the people that's working on their craft and they're honest about it, and they building their business, and they're respectful. Even because my thing, I think people, like, even if the client gets a little attitude, now I'm not saying you need to take disrespect, but there needs to be a way that you go about that. And I just feel like you shouldn't be getting down in the trenches with them. Like, now if they getting too crazy, then y'all just need to go outside and have your one-on-one. But the client, I just feel like be asking questions and they be getting mad. How you mad? Because you tell me to DM you for questions. I'm DMing you, now you mad. Well, are you going to book or not? No, this is not how it works. You don't have no price list. This is another thing. Y'all need to get a website and you need to put your prices on there. I should not have to DM you. I got to ask you how much you charge for this. Yeah, to book. I got to ask you how much the price for this. And then you ask me what size. Now I got to send you a picture, which is fine. But you giving me the runaround about how much you going to charge. And then you charging me $700 for 4 feet-in braids. And I never mind. Well, if you ain't going to book, then, bitch, how people going to know if they're going to book if you don't have a price list? Get a website. Use StyleSeed. Get something. Like, as soon as I say DM to book, I'm not booking you. Okay. If I don't
see a price list, I'm not booking you. As soon as if there's no online, if there's no online where I can book, I'm not booking. I don't care how good your stuff looks.
Now I will say Fatima, you got to DM her to book, but that's a different story because she will tell you on her post like how much the stuff is, and I already know how much she charged. Like, so that's fine. But if they say DM to book in your bio, baby, I'm scrolling past you. Okay. I don't have no time. I need to see how much everything costs. That is an investment that y'all need to invest in. You can get your little link tree or whatever, put your little price list up there. Cause I feel like y'all be trying to scam people when y'all ain't got no price list. Trying to tell people one by one, oh, well, this day it might be 300, the next day it might be 400. No, we're not doing it.
Baby, what? How much is it? Stop making these prices up as you go. Because that's what people be doing, just making the prices up as they go. Listen, I ain't trying to knock nobody hustle because listen, the hair hustle is
I'm knocking it. I'm knocking the people that don't belong.
It's just too expensive. Like, we can't afford it. That's not the same. We can't afford it. The prices are insane. Y'all.
I just feel like when the prices don't match the work, that's when I can't get jiggy with it. Like, charge whatever you want to charge. But you got to understand that people are not going to pay it sometimes. And I don't, like, some of y'all, like I said, I believe in charging what you're worth. Like, if you spending 8 hours on somebody's hair and you want to charge them however, I get it. Cool. But if this style is taking you all of 2 or 3 hours and you charging me $500 for what? Like,
but also, do you think though, like, because I get some people
and I got to bring my own hair? No.
Like, are perfecting, but then it's like, are you braiding? Like, can you braid faster? Like,
I ain't never had that issue. Now I ain't never had nobody that's trying to go slow because they trying to milk the cow. Now I don't think people doing that.
Like, don't do that. I ain't never had that either. But
I don't think nobody doing that.
Like, are y'all like?
But that did just remind me that I did see something in the rule. It was like they having a break between 2 o'clock and 2:45 to go do something. I guess they got to pick up their kids now. I don't know, but I ain't got no kids. I feel like you need to have that arranged, but I don't have no kids, so whatever. It was something about 2 o'clock to something. They had to, you have to leave. Like, if you're in her chair, in her house, basically from 2 to 3, you got to find somewhere to go with your hair half done, however it is. And then when she get back, then you come back for her to finish. It's too much. Like,
don't have nobody booked during those times.
I guess because she do braids and it might take longer. But then she talking about, and if you Uber, let me know. We have to find you some arrangements. What I'ma do?
What arrangements? I'm gonna sit here in this chair till you get back.
No, ain't nobody gonna be in her house while she in there.
Oh, it's in her house. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm like, now I got to make arrangements to get there and then find a ride at 2 o'clock, then come back at 3 o'clock. It's just giving too much. With my hair halfway done now, looking wild. It's just giving too many rules and not enough talent for me.
I guess you got to know who you got to book, honey, because
I'm done with them. I ain't booking nobody.
You know what I'm saying? I guess you got to know who you got to book, because in some situations you got to just know. You can't
at this point
here.
At this point, if I ain't already booked with you before, or if I don't know nobody, or if I haven't done like months of research on you, I ain't doing it. I can't trust nobody now. I ain't had nobody in a long time that I felt like wasn't worth the money I paid. I've been, for the past couple of years, it's been cool. But I done had some people where I was like, what is this?
I've only had one like braid hair. Like it was when I got my short faux locks. I really didn't like them too much. And then I think that's how I had cut my hair, like how when I was taking them out, I cut my hair. But that was it. I don't think that as far as braid.
I feel like we all cut our hair when we take our hair out. I know I do, because I be ready to get them shits. I don't even care. When I take my hair out, I don't even care. I'm snip, snip, snip. I need to trim it.
I be doing my own hair, my own braids. I don't know if I could ever do them little small, little medium braids again, though, y'all. Because, baby, it took me too many days.
Oh, I'm not days. That's what I'm saying. I pay for convenience.
To do my own hair.
That's why I can't do. I
would rather go to somebody else to get it done. Like, I will pay you the money. But y'all need to let me know where some people are to get my hair done in Atlanta. I mean, I know everybody, got the hot.
Well, all the good people in Atlanta, I be seeing them all the time. They be tagging Charlotte, and I be going to their page, Atlanta. I'm like, why y'all got Charlotte on here? But anyway, okay, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need me a good hairstylist or something up here. So I've been looking. But I'm probably gonna do my hair. Speaking of hair, I did buy me a little what's some things called? A little headband wig. She already not giving. Well, I don't know. I ain't put her on yet, really. To really tell
I talked about one in it. She had liked it.
But I think it's not giving me the 16 inches that I thought I paid for. But
16 inches is short. What you mean?
But we gonna see. It looks shorter than what it's supposed to be.
16 inches is short. It's gonna look short. That's not long at all.
But we gonna see. I'm used to like 16 inches in bundles, and that be longer on me because I'm short. But we gonna see. I mean, I ain't want nothing.
Let me see.
I'll show you. I don't feel like getting up.
Because it's long. It's 16 inches, y'all.
Well, anyway, I didn't want nothing. I think I'm a like.
Oh, how far it come down then?
I think it come like right here.
Okay, moving on. What you been watching?
How long? That's right.
I don't think it come down right there, and I would need to see because
I don't know because I haven't put it on my head, but I think on me it's gonna come down.
So why we even talking? How do you know it's not? How you know it come right there if you didn't put it on? This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Just say I don't know. Okay, you don't know. We moving on. So what have you been watching?
Nothing.
Well, I want to talk about well, first, I'm Married at First Sight, y'all. It's just boring. At this point, I just watch the reviews of people. I don't even look at it no more. So moving on from that. Money Heist, y'all. So Money Heist released 5 episodes in season 5, I believe. And it's saying part 1, so I guess a part 2 of the rest of the season is coming out. But that last episode, I watched it yesterday. And I already knew what was gonna happen because, of course, people spoil it. But I did take forever to watch it, so I wasn't tripping. And I don't mind spoilers because half the time I be googling what's gonna happen anyway. But I knew what was gonna happen, and I will say that I have not cried. Y'all know I cried for all of the shows, but I have not had a breakdown and cried like that. I don't remember the last. I don't know if I've ever cried like that. Mm. And I'm thinking other emotions. I must have been thinking about something else because y'all, I was literally like usually I'll just have like the little tears, but I was like crying, losing my damn mind, and I'm just after I cried, I was like, I mean, it was that scene after scene after scene. Like when I thought I was done, it was like, oh, more crying. I must have had some emotions built up, y'all. I don't know what was going on, but it was good and it was sad. And like I said, I already knew what was gonna happen. And I didn't even think I was gonna care, but clearly it struck a nerve. The way they shot them scenes, the way they wrote that, it was perfection. Okay. Also, The Circle is back. Y'all know that's my little weird show. I ain't caught up, but they got some black folk on there that I'm with y'all. Even though one person did go home that I watched, but it's a good season so far. I don't really think I need to talk about nothing else other than Raising Kanan. Yeah, you still ain't watching. We need to watch. You got to watch something. We got to watch something together so we can talk about it.
I ain't got Stars no more.
I got it. What you mean?
Oh, well, send me the thing.
I got to figure it out now. Oh, you know how we be watching the movies.
Oh, I can't try that. I can try it. That's probably.
But I think I'm paying for Stars because I thought I was using the other person's. And I was just like, oh, this is my login. Oh, I'm paying for Stars. I don't even know what I'm paying for. But yes, well, if that don't work, then I'll give you mine. Okay. But no, Stars, this past episode, I don't know. I'm starting to see mixed reviews. People talking about it's moving slow and stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand how much faster y'all want it to go. Like, it's about Kanan's life. Like, I don't understand how much faster. He's a teenager. If he goes too fast, he's going to be dead in the power season. So.
Right. So y'all wanted to go a little bit slow and build some story.
But honestly, stuff be happening, though. Like, it's not like it's all like, you know how some shows is like they got to build it and build it and build it and build it. Like, every episode they got to build and ain't nothing happening. No, stuff be happening every episode. That's what I'm like, what are y'all talking about? This past episode, it was good. It was good, but I ain't gonna give too much away because you ain't watched it. So, watch Raising Kanan. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, I did start Wu-Tang show on well, I didn't. I just started.
Huh? I mean, that was pretty good season from the first one.
Yeah, I watched the first season, but
I ain't watched, but it always looks so good though. Like,
yeah, I like it. Some people say they don't like it, but I like it, and I just started the second season last night, so I got to finish that. They just be giving me too much. It do be giving me anxiety, even though it's like, okay, well, clearly these people ain't gonna die because they still alive. So it's just like, but it's still nerve-wracking. But I'm trying to think. I feel like it was something else. I guess that's it. That's all for me.
Oh, well, I did watch Love on Stage. That was the only thing I've been watching.
Oh, yeah. That's what we were supposed to talk about. I done forgot all about that. Y'all, they finally came with it. The episode. How you liked it? We ain't talk about it.
Oh, yeah. We haven't talked about it. So.
You didn't like it?
I liked it.
Oh. No, you did. I don't know. Your face
I'm
like.
I'm a little shocked at who they put with everybody. So maybe they saw something like.
Well, to be honest,
but I do think obviously they got one person right. Like I think, like I always say, people's like little intro videos or those videos to get to know you. To me, they always give me. I don't know, or mixed signals, or like
Well, we know Sherelle was on that line. Let's just call it spade.
Okay, yes. Wait, I'm gonna get to that because I got some girl. Because I think together they should have not picked her. Period. Like I don't think
be on the show, right?
Yes, I don't think she was a good candidate. And looking from those other women, like I just feel like they would have benefited more from the show. And I just don't think like this is too much of a.
I don't.
I don't know. Thing for her, I don't know.
What?
I was saying like trial and error, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much for her. But anyways, so I don't know. I always say it's a wild card when watching those videos. So who Bree and was it Robert? They were the ones that got matched. Bria. And his name was Robert, right?
That's what I was trying to tell you. They matching the people. I ain't remember the people videos. Like Robert, I forgot. And the other one, Sherelle got matched with.
No, Tequila, we said we didn't like him. He was like, yes, he was super boring. And his video, like the video where he was like jumping up and down. I was like, oh my gosh, he is such a nice guy. Like Tequila, let me tell you,
I could not remember him or the one Sherelle. Who got picked with Sherelle? I only remember the only one I remember was
that was the goofy guy, the really, really silly guy. And we were like, girl, what? But my only thing about him is I feel so bad because I know everybody in those comments are talking about his personality because he was super goofy and just silly. And even we had something to say, and you can tell from that next video, he was super self-conscious about it when talking to Melissa. So he was more calm and reserved. But you could tell like that was one reason why they liked him was he was super reserved. But let me tell you why that was a terrible match because he does not want children.
Oh, see, I couldn't remember the people. The only people I remember the only person I remember was Jesus. It had been so damn long. It's been 2-3 weeks. I'm like, I forgot.
Yes, he does not want children. He says because all of his children are grown now. And so he did say
the one match with Sherelle?
Mm-hmm. He said he would be open to it could be a conversation. That was literally his answer.
And Sherelle,
yes, because she's young. She hasn't had any kids. This is her first relationship. So that is what.
Sherelle? She's 36.
Yeah, but she hasn't had no kids. It's her first relationship. Remember, she's
she's young and this is her first relationship. She ain't that young, and I don't believe that first relationship.
Well, she said she a virgin.
Exactly. So I don't know what to believe.
So I'm like, this is not gonna work. Like, I think if I see why they are matching her with him because I think in a good retrospect, on paper, like they say in Married at First Sight, they make sense. But
nobody picked them together. Even on paper, none of the panelists did they?
No, the things did though. I'm going off the voters.
But you saying on paper, like clearly on paper they didn't match either.
Yeah, that's why I don't understand how the stage crew saw that fit.
And Sherelle had the most options, right?
Yes, and I don't think anybody picked him. But I guess
so on paper they don't go together.
I don't know if there's a like behind the scenes the stage crew doing or what, but no, like, and he's so much. Well, I guess she's 36. He was in his 40s, so that's not that much age.
No, that's fine. Well, all I know is they had the best reactions because Sherelle was like, "Oh," and then he was like,
He's
like they neither one of them like each other." Now that was
let me tell y'all right now, Tequila, we would be terrible because we would be just like that, and we probably like I can just see us and be like a nice guy on there, but we would be judging this.
Oh,
we would be so judging them off of like that first video. And I feel like I always give people a bad rep from their first videos, and I don't even know why. But like I could just see us now, like that would have been us, like okay. And then they end up being like a really nice
Well, I
guy.
mean, he was the same way. So
I'm rooting for you, girl. Good luck. But honestly,
no, it's not gonna work. And then Aries and Jesus, they just gonna be friends. I feel like.
yeah,
I think they're
don't know
both
about
cool. I think they're both cool people, and I think they're gonna like each other. But I don't know about in the romantic sense. And Bria and Robert, y'all better not fuck it up, okay? You better not fuck it up.
We are tired. We're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. Like, I mean, because girl, his video was so boring.
I don't remember him.
And he didn't even come off that cute, girl, because the video, it was blurry. It was just like, well, it wasn't really blurry, but it was just.
He looked familiar, but I couldn't remember nothing he said. I should have watched it.
When Bria was like, oh, he's cute. I like Robert. Like, well, I was like, where did you see cute in the video? Because it just wasn't giving nothing. So, like, if he would have been,
I don't think he's bad at looking.
No, he's not. I think he is. He's decent. He's definitely decent. He's definitely handsome. Like seeing him again with that first video, it didn't do nothing for me.
Maybe they saw something we didn't see then.
Girl, they had to. Because I'm telling you, we was like, these pictures are slim, baby. There ain't nothing there. It's nothing.
Nah.
And then I'm just thinking about all the other guys. Like, they could have picked some other people for sure. Like, even the people that they said they could have ended up picking. Like,
listen, I can't really talk too much because I ain't vote for y'all. I'm sorry.
I didn't want to be responsible because let me tell you, I wouldn't have been voting none of them. I might have been voted for Bria and Robert because I do remember her saying that. And honestly, I probably would have voted Aries and Jesus because who else I was gonna match her with?
Because of the age. And they did my girl Aries wrong. She didn't have a lot of options.
Who else I was gonna match her with? Because the other people in her age bracket, that other man ain't had no good enough job to support her. I ain't want to.
And did you see Jesus' house in the background? I said thrift store where? That man house when he in the sky rise, like windows, floor to ceiling. I said, what's going on back there? Let me see your house tour. I said, what's going on?
The window. All I could pay attention to.
I said, what? I want to see the house, baby. Bump this date. I want to see the house. Okay. It was giving.
I said that he was the only one that was giving something for her. So
I like Jesus too. And then I wish he would have wore and like been like that on his interview.
That's what I'm. Yes.
Then I would have been like, okay, because I was like, okay, I like Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like those. I just hate when people talk about themselves. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, they had to.
I get it, but I think that's what it is. Maybe it's something to end it with me. You know what I'm saying? I need to be on somebody's couch. But like, like maybe that's what it is when like people talk about themselves. It just maybe I just can't get a good vibe.
I mean, I don't like when people talk about themselves either. But if it's in the context of a dating show and they're being asked questions,
no. I mean, I think it's appropriate. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they did anything wrong. I'm trying to come up with.
But Jesus was kind of humble though. He wasn't like.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to see. I'm trying to figure out why, like, in those type of situations, I don't always, see, like, I guess catch the vibe of who people really are. It's always like that second video.
I don't think that's you. I think that's just people. Like, first impressions, of course, we say it means everything. Mm-hmm. But when you meet somebody first, it's their representative. You're not gonna know them. We're not even gonna know them in the second or third or fourth. Mm-hmm. You don't know somebody. Hell, you can be with somebody for years and not know them. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's just the first impression. And then people are nervous. Like they talking to Melissa. They don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this date night. This next episode. See how that goes, child.
Right. Me too.
I don't know. Everybody's like, oh, that's a cute first date I did, which it is a little cute virtual date. But if I was in a situation, I'm like, this is too much pressure. Now I got to find stuff around the house. Like the last gift you got, probably some liquor. Now I don't got nothing sentimental. I'm single. The last gift you got, that was the one that stood out. I was like, the last gift I got, it was literally.
I don't even remember any of those. I'm glad you were paying attention.
It was only that one because I was like, damn, what would I have? It will literally be some liquor. The last gift I got was some liquor because I moved in here and one of my friends bought me some liquor. That's the last gift I got. Or maybe a Cash App or something, but that's it. Speaking of Cash App, y'all go ahead. I'm just playing.
And Cash App us. It's scrolling across the screen now. Period.
They're not watching.
On YouTube. Okay, shout out to all the YouTubers. Okay, that be watching us, following us, subscribing to us. That's on period.
Yeah, so that's all I got for that.
Okay, I ain't got nothing else either. Well, I guess that's it, Tequila. You got us
no food.
Huh?
We've been neglecting food now. We got to come correct next episode.
Oh, okay. I made me some red beans and rice.
You made red beans and rice. How was it?
It was good. All day in the crock pot, getting nice and creamy.
Wait, when you got it now?
Mm-hmm.
Did you taste it?
Yeah. Oh, I had it on Sunday.
Oh, look at her in the kitchen, y'all. I ain't really been cooking. Well, let me count your fucking days, Walmart, because
what happened at Walmart?
Wait a minute, it might be my fault because I had ordered some wingettes, right? Some wingettes. Y'all know it's a wing shortage, so I should have known it was some BS going on. So in the bag, though, like the frozen wingettes in the bag, because I put them in the air fryer, I put some hot sauce, and I put the dry ranch seasoning on them, and then they be good. Mm-hmm. So they didn't have the wingettes, so they replaced it with drumettes. Still in my head, I'm thinking it's the small drumettes. No, so I'm like, I'm about to make me some wings. Y'all, I done got the hot sauce. Cause I cooked on accident on Saturday, cause I'm like, I'm about to get some wings. Let me get them out the freezer. I got my hot sauce down, got my ranch down, some other little seasoning I was gonna add. Yeah, I opened that bag and put out that big ass drum. I was like, this ain't what I wanted. I was like, I wanted some wings. So I had to cook on accident. So I had to put some rice on and some other stuff just to make it a meal, y'all. But I still put them in the air fryer. But I seasoned them, of course, a little differently. But I did still use the hot sauce. But I was just like, how I'm in here cooking on accident? I ain't want to put on a pot of rice and all this right now. I just want to throw some wings in the air fryer. Like, I was so mad. I was like,
now I gotta eat a real meal.
Now it's a whole bag of drums, which I like drums, but I wanted some wings. Bring the wings back. Cause the crazy thing is I bought some legs in the in the package.
Oh, you already had.
I got double. Like it's just I got too many chicken legs in the house.
Now you just need to fry chicken. Period.
On top of thighs, I got thighs in there too. But I'm just like, not me cooking on accident. But I should have. I don't know. I've been wanting to make some macaroni and cabbage, but
good luck.
I don't feel like it. But it don't take long. But I have to buy some cabbage. I think I got everything for macaroni. So maybe, I'm about to lie, say maybe this weekend, but I know I ain't about to cook this weekend. Probably next weekend either. And then weekend after that is my birthday. So maybe probably won't be till another month before I cook all that. I'm acting like I can't cook during the week. Like, gotta wait for a weekend. I might, but I got to be like, I can't plan out my meals like, okay, next Tuesday this, because I got to get up and just be like, okay, I want to cook. Like, I can't
cook when I have like a craving.
Yeah, me too. But it's just like, but then honestly, that's why I don't really like cooking when I got cravings, because after I cook, I don't even want it no more.
Period.
It just be taking too long. That's why I order out. I'm like, I
want what it is. Like, I don't like to eat leftovers. So
I put some leftovers. I love leftovers. Yeah, I love me a leftover.
Like, I can only eat it for like a couple of days.
Oh well, yeah. Now I ain't having leftover for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so it's like,
nobody doing it.
I'm red beans. I'm like, I'm doing all these red beans. Okay, they good.
Oh, don't get me started about the first time I cooked some beans in the crock pot. Yeah, I cooked some lima beans, put too many in there. When I tell y'all I had lima beans, it was so bad, y'all, because I was like, because Nelson, he had made some lima beans. I don't even like lima beans like that. Like, it got to be cooked a certain way for me to even eat them. So I was like, oh, I'm about to have these in a crock pot. I'm about to have them. Then the next day, I'm having me some rice with a little hot sauce. Baby, ain't nobody tell me them beans was gonna spread like that, okay? This was a few years ago, so I wasn't really cooking like that, so I did not know. My mom was talking about why you put all them beans in. I'm talking about y'all crock pot. Like I got a big crock pot, y'all. That thing was like 3/4 filled with just lima beans. My mom was talking about why would you put all them? I was like, how am I supposed to know they was gonna swell up this bed? Dang. I had to throw them things away, y'all. I was like, I can't even eat these things. It's too many. I already don't like them that much.
They swell. I love me some lima beans. But even something I love that much, I still can't.
No, I love leftovers, but I don't think nobody eating leftovers that much.
I'm probably gonna get a bowl because I didn't eat a bowl. And I ain't eat them in 2 days because yesterday I ain't eat.
I ain't eating nothing today yet, y'all. And I'm hungry.
Chick-fil-A.
Gotta go get some fried pork chops.
You gotta go get some.
No, I'm about to go eat some. I'm about to be on that Patron tonight with some fried pork chops. Stay tuned. Oh, well, y'all, by the time y'all see it, my story's probably gonna be over. But I do have a quote, if that's it.
All right, let's get it.
So, yeah, I saw this quote. I've been telling people all week about this quote.
That's good. That means it was a good one.
Yeah, it stuck with me because
something just got bit me. I'm sorry.
Something you got to remember in life is anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. Let that marinate for y'all. Anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. I don't care what it is. And I ain't even gonna elaborate. The quote can stand on its own. I'm not gonna get on a rant. So, that's all we got, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
That's another episode of JPP. We're out. Bye. Ooh. Did I do it? I'm gonna say it.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ashley from the Justpoddinpodcast with Ashley and Tequila, where a podcast is just a podcast. And I'm here because Tequila and I would like to thank each and every one of our listenerships. Whether you listen to us on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or view us on YouTube, or on one of our other 7 different platforms, we just wanted to say thank you. And keep doing what you're doing. Subscribing, following, liking, commenting, sharing us with your family and friends, sharing us on your social media. All of that helps more people find us and become a part of the Just Poddin family. Also, if you would like to write us, you can do so at justpoddinpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're looking for more ways to support the Just Poddin podcast, you can do so at anchor.fm/justpoddin. All right, everybody. We love you. We out. Fire.